And what could be really disappointing is if this week we close below 20.8 or even below the 21 weekly. At that point, we could see really a deeper correction on Bitcoin if that plays out. S&P has a small gap below the price in here between these two candles and is confronting the resistance on the downward sloping trend line on the RSI. Nasdaq as well, the resistance is at 58 and on S&P is at 59. Some people don't like numbers on RSI, so I'm just gonna put 58 here very quickly. So S&P can go up until around 600, Nasdaq can go up until 21.7, both of them slightly below the previous all-time high and still be within the limits of the top resistance, global resistance on the RSI. I'm not gonna look at the stocks, so you can see that we have tech taking the lead and the rest of the S&P has been in red. Crypto Bubbles shows pretty much everything in the red, and I wanted to cover Bitcoin Nasdaq ratio chart. And notice that the previous cycle we have 1, 2, 3, 4. This cycle we have 1, 2, and 3. So I am looking for a number 4 to match my pattern. Notice that the previous cycle, when we entered the area of bearish divergences, which is from the top number 2, top number 3, top number 4. The 4 is the confirmation into bear market after losing this final line. So if we apply those patterns on where we are at the moment, you can see a bunch of things. 2, 3, and 4 are lower highs. 2 and 3 are still higher highs, and this potential incoming number 4 has already taken the high of 3. Whereas the RSI is already on the way down. So how can we interpret that? Well, 2, 3, and 4 then are not bearish divergences and still led into a bear market, whereas 2 and 3 are already in the territory of bearish divergence. And after this breakdown in here, the rally of the RSI after the breakout on 31st of March has led just into this resistance of 68. We can see it there, and after the rejection that we are currently having. Why is this rejection? Because Nasdaq now is catching up on the move up, whereas Bitcoin is taking a retracement.